morning everybody. It is the 27th of December and to be fair, I don't really know how I'm feeling. I don't really know what is going on. It's just that classic end of year mush, if that's the right word. I've had such a lovely Christmas actually. We sort of shifted it forward a bit. So my brother was working Christmas Day and I worked on Boxing Day. So we did our Christmas Day on Christmas Eve and then had our Boxing Day, like the classic picky tea, buffet tea, really nice walk on actual Christmas Day. And then, so when I went to work yesterday, it kind of felt just like a Monday, so it actually worked quite well. And then I'm off today because it's bank holiday and everything's confusing. But it was actually really nice. Did the classics, ate too much food, had some lovely presents, and that is one thing I'm so grateful for. Not presents, that sounds really materialistic, but that I'm so lucky to know so many lovely people. And also I love buying presents for other people. I had a great time with my family. Really loved seeing all of Rich's family and just everybody. I had some really nice Secret Santas sent over from some friends at my last place of work, at my current place of work, my school friends. It's just been a really fantastic time. On the back of that, and sort of why I said that I don't really know how I'm feeling, is completely full of gratitude and love, and Christmas is such a glorious time and everything is really pretty and fun and exciting, but it's like I sort of mentioned in my last video, it's quite overwhelming and tiring. You're constantly doing things, you're constantly meant to be happy and meeting new people, and not new people, but do you know what I mean, like you're moving through and around people. And whilst I love all of them, for someone who's quite introverted and actually quite shy, it's just tiring, so tiring. And I now feel like exhausted and like I need another holiday from a holiday, which I'm not sure is how things are meant to go, but that's kind of how it is. I also am not a person that gets on well with winter. I'm very much a summer, spring, sometimes autumn person, and I struggle with seasonal affective disorder, and then it makes things sort of harder because again you're trying to force yourself to be happy when you just feel so sad and tired and cannot cope with the world. And I just want to be in my bed wrapped up with Jess, obviously, and maybe Rich, mainly just in my bed like a little burrito. So that's where we're at, and if anybody kind of is feeling the same, please let me know. I doubt I'm alone in this. I think it's something that probably affects so many people, but no one ever really seems to talk about it more than just like a quick snippet or a joke, or they just say, oh, I'm feeling sad today. And maybe I've sort of done that as well and just sort of glossed over it, but actually it's sometimes really hard. And then I kind of go on YouTube, which is sort of my go-to, and I watch all these videos of these beautiful women who say, oh, I'm going to get my life back on track, and then they go to the gym or they go for like a 10-mile run. And that's just not me. Maybe it should be. Maybe these are the sort of healthy habits that I need to put in place to deal with things. But actually sometimes I think it is completely okay to spend a morning or a whole day on the sofa watching TV, eating chocolate, because if that's what makes you feel even a tiny bit happier and more able to do something the following day, I think that is fine. And that is what I've been doing this morning actually. So it is now 11:45, so very late in the morning, and all morning I've been on the sofa watching YouTube videos, cuddling with Jess. I had a massive cup of decaf coffee because for some reason, and I don't know if it's actually a thing, full caffeinated coffee when I'm not feeling myself doesn't seem to help. I know decaf still has caffeine in, I know that, but it seems to be a bit better, and the taste of coffee in the morning my favourite thing. So I can't give it fully up, but and actually I think that whilst it's such a small thing that again probably actually makes no difference, I've grown so much that I can recognise that, and I recognise that alcohol isn't a good thing, which is difficult over Christmas. But I know if I drink too much, I mean, I don't go out and get, absolutely sloshed. Ooh, have not said that word in a long time. Then the next day I mentally just cannot deal with it. Not from a hangover point of view, but from an emotion point of view of how it makes me feel. And these are little steps that, I'm now not 25, but I will say I'm 25. I have learnt that they are things that I can control slightly more to make myself feel better. And I will write a to-do list this afternoon because I'm feeling slightly better this afternoon after my very sort of slow and cosy morning. So I'm going to take Jess for a walk. I'm going to write a to-do list. But what I do like to do is write a very achievable to-do list, which probably sounds ridiculous, but there are obviously big projects that are going on. Our heating still isn't sorted, our shower, we've booked someone in, but we still have no shower. I need to sort of paint the bedroom. There's big things, work to do, emails, blah. That is on a proper to-do list, but I don't know if anybody else feels this, but when you tick something off a to-do list, you get to a little rush, and that's essentially what I want. So I'm going to make a to-do list of tiny things like wash the towels or take Jess for a walk, things that I'm going to do sort of anyway, but it just makes me feel like I'm achieving something, and that helps me then take another step to do those slightly bigger things that at the minute are way too daunting and overwhelming to even consider doing. So that's what we're going to do. Little things today. I will also probably at the end of this video just show you some snippets that I took from our weekend in the Peak District for my dad's 60th birthday, because it was such a lovely weekend. It was mildly terrifying and dangerous because we were in like the middle of nowhere. That's not true. A really nice village, but in the Peak District. And it was when it was really, really cold, so all our walks were just ice. So I did a lot of ice skating and falling my way over stiles into fields, but it was lovely. It was so lovely to spend time as a family doing things but not really doing things. So going for walks, my mum did a really funny quiz, cooking together, just little things again that make you feel just that little bit happier, and a little bit more able to deal with life. So today is a me day, and then back to work tomorrow as normal, obviously, but that's how things go. So yeah, I hope you all have had the most wonderful Christmas time, and you are going to have the most wonderful New Year and are looking forward to next year. And thank you if you have watched any of my videos, because this is completely new to me, and I'm not a video expert, I'm not a social media person at all, but I find, because I am one of those people that, again, very introverted, and I like to keep everything in, and it's not the healthiest thing to do, that these, just talking to a camera rather than talking to an actual person, I find so much easier to put my thoughts and feelings out there. Obviously not all of them, and hopefully we can grow together. Oh, that's so cheesy. But yeah, I hope you enjoy just seeing little snippets of my life, our house, and how I try and be as sustainable and eco and just villagey, I don't think that's a word, as possible. But growing my own vegetables, making my own butter, making my own bread, little things that just help deal with the cost of living crisis, because that's been a fun one of 2022, but also just makes, again, that little uplift that when you're eating some toast that you have made with butter on that you have made, and then you've got some chutney cooking. I literally sound like I'm 80, but it's perfect to me, and not everyone's the same. But yeah, let's get cracking in. Like I say, have a most wonderful new year, guys. Okay, so I've just dug these up the garden. Can someone please tell me why they're such strange shapes? I mean, look at this. How do you get them so they just grow to actually look like a carrot, please? Hello again, lovely people. So sorry about the hair to begin with. When I was out on my walk and doing a bit of gardening, it started to throw it down, and in the sort of 10 seconds before I could get my hood up, I got absolutely drenched. So it is actually still quite wet, but that's fine. I'll have a shower, I'll wash it, you know, it doesn't matter. And I'm not gonna let it matter, because it just doesn't. Like, it's so unimportant. So today has been actually mildly successful. I've not done anything major, but that is what kind of the today aims were. So I have done a little bit of gardening, I've taken Jess for a walk, I have made some lunch, I've done a washing load, and that is it actually. But that is so much better than I thought it was going to be. And actually they are, yes, they're small things, but in the grand scheme they are small steps towards doing bigger things. And I can't be mad at myself for that, and actually I am proud of myself for doing anything at all, because I so easily, when I woke up this morning, could have just stayed in bed or stayed on the sofa and not done anything at all. So yeah, little things, little and often, is how I think we're going to get through this. So I'm going to end today with a nice bath, which I don't know if you can hear in the background. My new magazine that has come, which is the January Country Living. There's probably some snacks and just a nice relaxing time. So Jess actually has a little Christmas blanket that goes on her bed, because I'm a 20-something-year-old woman with no children, and clearly Jess is now my child, and I'm slightly dog insane. So, but she loves it, and so I love it. Yeah. Good night, guys.